And good afternoon and welcome to Smith Kirk Court here on the campus of Freed-Hardeman University, where the Freed-Hardeman University Lions will take on Blue Mountain College Toppers. Helping me this year is Jeremy Wright, who is also a student assistant, and that is a fascinating job. He'll have insights that other people couldn't give to you. I'm Coach Joe Holloway, along with a spectacular crew of camera people we'll introduce you to, and Worthy Road Studios handling the home games this year. Supposed to have been a doubleheader today, but it's just one game, one men's game. The old COVID virus, not on our team, took its toll on. And, Jeremy, I believe we tried to have two different teams come in here to play the women, but they had a big win last night.
They did. Last night the Lady Lions took care of Brescia, but today they were supposed to take on Blue Mountain for the second matchup between those two. Blue Mountain ladies and the Freed-Hardeman ladies met last Saturday, and the Lady Lions took that one. But unfortunately, Blue Mountain has been affected by the coronavirus, as Mr. Joe mentioned, along with Itawamba Community College, who the Lady Lions, who was the replacement for today's game, but they just finished an inter-squad scrimmage. They still got a good crowd out to get to see their team. This is supposed to be homecoming week, but of course the homecoming festivities again were affected by COVID-19 out of precaution. So here we are, still opening day for the men's game, and I'm very excited.
And that's the kind of insights you'll get here on Freed-Hardeman basketball for both the men and the women. But today, men only. What we're going to do is we're going to take a timeout, a very important timeout. And when we come out of that timeout, you'll hear an interview with the head coach, Drew Stutz, of the Freed-Hardeman Lions. Pre-game show as Freed-Hardeman takes on Blue Mountain College today. I'm here with Coach Drew Stutz. Drew, your second year, but new conference, new season, new day in the first game. Your thoughts on that?
That's right. Yeah, big changes for our program this year with changing to the Mid-South Conference. Definitely some challenges ahead. Really good conference. Nationally known as one of the best conferences in the nation. Last year had some success in the AMC, but we're excited to get the season rolling today and to join the Mid-South this year.
It is noted as one of the toughest conferences but you left a tough conference, had a great record. I believe there was a two-way tie for first and a two-way tie for second, of which Freed-Hardeman was part of that.
Yes, sir, it was. Yeah, well, last season, similar to this season, last season we were preseason picked 11th and finished just one game out from first place last year. This year, same situation. We've been preseason picked number 11. But I think we got a good team, and I think we got a chance to compete and maybe surprise some people this year.
What are some of the challenges going into this new conference before we talk about personnel?
Sure. No, there's just great teams. We've got some great coaches and some great programs. We've got 5 or 6 nationally ranked teams that are consistently going to the NAI national tournament. So there'll be some natural challenges there, but I think those challenges are good because I think it will better prepare us to compete for a national championship. And that's the ultimate goal here, is to build this program up into one that can compete, with anybody in the entire nation.
Coach, as we move in this new season, we don't want to forget some of the gentlemen that help you make such a great year out of your first year at Freed.
Yes, sir. No, we had some really good players. Had some guys that we had brought back from the season previous to me getting here. But, had some big-time recruits last year. Had a senior, Brian Battle, who was a one-year transfer, really good player for us, wind up. He's going to sign a professional contract here in just a few days, actually. And then had the freshman of the year, Konstantin Dotsenko from Russia, who was pursued by many Division I's in the offseason and wound up going to Tarleton State with Billy Gillespie. And we wish him nothing but the best. He was a great player, and that's a great opportunity for him as well.
It really is. Now we've got some returning players, some outstanding seniors. I believe some of the leading scorers and rebounders on the team are back for this year.
We do. The one standout there would be Cortland Martin. This is his 4th season here, has already hit 1,000 points in his career. Just outstanding teammate, outstanding young man, and can really score the ball at a high level. Probably best known for his three-point shooting, but I think he's going to show some guys that he can pass and score at the rim as well this year.
And what about some of the transfers? I know you've brought in some really fine young men that can play basketball.
We have. There'll be 2 transfers today, get a lot of minutes. Wanye King and Jeremiah Alexander, both those guys, will have an immediate impact on the team. Wanye King will complement Cortland really well, and Jeremiah Alexander, physical guard who can really get to the basket, has great energy, so we're excited about him as well.
Today's opponent, Blue Mountain College, they're 1-0. They've played one. We haven't played yet. What do we have to do to win this ball game?
The thing we've been harping on all week is just more about us than them. We're not too concerned about who our opponent is right now. We just want to play our game and go from there. So I feel good if we play hard that we'll be fine. Coach,
have a tradition. Your turn to say anything to the fine Freed-Hardeman fans out there.
No, we appreciate you viewing today. We're really excited about Real Worthy Sports here and them shooting the game for us. So excited about this partnership and for them to watch the game today.
Absolutely, Drew Sutton. Drew Stutz, let's go get them.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it.
And welcome back to Smith Kirk Court, Brewer Sports Center, home of the Freed-Hardeman Lions. We're expecting in 4 minutes and 33 seconds, according to the official clock, a great ball game today between Freed-Hardeman and Blue Mountain. And while we're here, we need to remind you, Freed-Hardeman University Athletic Department, they want you to, or encourage you to congratulate Jim Carter and Haley Newby McRady on being inducted to the Freed-Hardeman Sports Hall of Fame, and that is a big thing. Very important honor, and you need to thank these folks. There is a nice, healthy crowd on campus today. The induction ceremony is tonight at 7 p.m. in Ayers Auditorium. The public is allowed to attend, and the event will also be streamed. You can visit gofhulines.com for streaming information. And these 12 home games, along with my sidekick, a very knowledgeable basketball man, a player and a coach in his own right, Jeremy Wright will be here. And Jeremy, it is a big honor to be inducted to the FHU Hall of Fame.
It is. It's just, again, highlighting the athletes' careers while they were at Freed, not only on the court or on the field, but also off the court and off the field. So that's definitely a high honor that involves not only the skill and performance on the athletic field, but personality off the court as well.
And we'll talk a little more about this game, but Jeremy, a couple of things we need to remind the fans that are listening, because I know some of you will come during the season. We must follow the COVID rules. We want people to wear masks. We try to have the 6-foot spacing, and I know that between games, when there's a men's and women's game, they take 30 minutes to clean the gym. What am I leaving out?
That sounds about right. There, a lot of the NAIA teams got started last week in their schedules, and we've had a lot of cancellations. If you heard us before, the girls had 2 teams in 2 days cancel on them due to COVID-19 issues. I hope all is well with those teams. We're definitely trying to maintain our good health for our athletes here to make sure we can play as our scheduled season, as much as we can.
Jeremy, let's talk about this contest coming up today.
Yes,
Freed-Hardeman, I believe, holds a 13-2 edge in this series, but that doesn't mean Blue Mountain can't play basketball. They come in here with 1 game under their belts. This is our first game, and there's always some first-game jitters.
Right. Blue Mountain took care of Crowley's Ridge on the road on Monday by 6 points. And you mentioned this is a 13-2 advantage overall in the history of this matchup. But the last 2 matchups have gone to Blue Mountain. That was 2 years ago. I was actually a sophomore, so I witnessed both of those games. Blue Mountain got the best of us twice in the 2018-19 season. So we're trying to end a 2-game skid to these Blue Mountain toppers here today in our season opener.
And, of course, we're expecting big leadership out of, and not just this one senior, but I know Cortland Martin is ready. Is he over 1,000 or fixing to go over 1,000?
He's well over 1,000. He crossed the 1,000-point mark last year about halfway through the season. So, yeah, he's definitely going to be the facilitator for this Freed-Hardeman offense, and we definitely look forward to seeing him run this offense and what kind of stats he can put up this year.
Now, I know Nathan Caldwell is leading Blue Mountain College. We've got to put the stop on him tonight.
Right.
I think he got 20 in his first game.
Right. Also, you want to keep a look for Brandon Williams for Blue Mountain. He's going to be their starting point guard. He sat out Monday's game, which is which probably a big factor in the close game between them and Crowley's Reds. But definitely look for him to be effective and a lot of the offense to run through him in today's game.
And we've got to keep Luka Tejic off the boards for them. He's their big rebounder so far. And we look like we're just about ready for basketball. In just a moment, we'll be going to our camera mics because we will have the prayer and the national anthem and reading the NAI instructions about sportsmanship. And, of course, character of champions is very important to the NAI: integrity, respect, responsibility, sportsmanship, and servant leadership. And let's go to the floor.
At this time, we ask remove your hats for our prayer to be led by Mark Blackwelder, followed by the playing of our country's national anthem.
Let's pray. Father, we're very grateful to you for being made in your image and therefore having a measured ability to do a variety of different kinds of things. Father, we're grateful for the occasion that brings us together here in the sporting contest. We pray first and foremost for the safety of the athletes. We pray that they'll be able to complete the game successfully without injury. Father, we also pray for those of us who are sitting in the stands that our attitudes will display the kind of responsibility that we want to pursue. Father, we pray that you'll be honored in all that we do. We pray in the name of Jesus. Amen.
And we are back up top. Thank our great camera crew, and we'll tell you who they are in a minute. Of course, they're going to introduce the starting lineups, and I'm going to go ahead and give them from here. And I'm checking with my producer director. They'll introduce the Blue Mountain Toppers first. And from Dyersburg, Tennessee, number 3, a junior, Brandon Williams. Number 4, Luka Tejic. He is from Serbia. He's a junior. Number 13, Cyrus Barnes, a senior from Lakeland, Florida, originally in Lindenwood University. And looks like, and Jeremy, who did they just announce? That's not what I had marked. They switched on.
Was that number
20? That is Nathan Caldwell, a junior guard.
And we forgot the first introduction, number 2, Xavier Young.
Now,
Young, yeah.
Let's get the Freed-Hardeman Lions. Everybody, even at home, stand up and put those hands together.
Yes, sir.
This is number 0, Cortland Martin, a senior from Humboldt, Tennessee. And another senior, number 1, from Fort Payne, Alabama, Wanye King. Wearing number 2, Jeremiah Alexander. He's a senior. He's from Antioch, Tennessee. And wearing number 21, a senior, John Musselwhite. He's 6'4". He's from Newmarket, Alabama. And wearing number 24, Francis Agabata. Did I get it right, Jeremy?
Yes, sir. Agbada, yes, sir.
Agbada.
Yeah.
He is from Nigeria and Faith Christian Academy.
Yes, sir.
A good starting lineup, a strong one for us. But you're going to see plenty of players tonight.
Definitely, and some new faces for Lions fans at home. Jeremiah Alexander, number 2, and Wanye King, number 1. They're a duo from University of Arkansas Monticello. They're both seniors in their first year at Freed-Hardeman. Arkansas Monticello is an NCAA Division II school. They were previously teammates in the past, and Coach Stuss recruited them together and landed both of them for this year's roster. So be on lookout for big performances from those two, as they will definitely be keys in our offense in order to win the game.
And, of course, the DAC stat, I was looking at them to get my starting lineup that they have adjusted where they missed. They only had 4 starters up there a minute ago. And the opening tip-off controlled by Blue Mountain.
Let's get this season underway. Here we go.
Absolutely. Out deep, far away was Barnes with the basketball, and Young has it now. Cross court, looking. Good defense. Three-pointer in and out, no good. Rebound comes down to Cortland Martin as he gets down the floor. And he can sure move, Katie Jeremy.
Yeah, he gets down the court pretty fast. He shook his defender right there, too.
Nice screen turning in, and the first bucket of the day goes to Francis Agabata.
Franny. Nice seal right there to get that entry pass and finish. He completely left his defender out the picture with that one.
Well, Cortland Martin already busy. He still passes off, three-pointer up off the front of the iron, and they'll let it go out of bounds, they being the toppers. We've come out fast-paced.
Definitely. Be on the lookout for that three-point shot. Players positions 1 through 4 can all step out and knock down a three-point shot. So that's the way we like to play, fast possessions, and we like to put them up from behind the arc.
Driving, got some help. Shot up and good by number 3, Brandon Williams. Ties the score at the 18:55 mark at 2. Nice spacing by the Freed offense. A lot of cutters, set the ball screen, and then roll. They trap the ball screen. That's Cortland Martin. Gets it out of there, doesn't he, Jeremy?
Yep. He knows he's going to be the focal point of the
nice
opposing defense. So
Muscle White with the basket. 4-2 Lions lead.
Nice slash and finish right there.
That was good. Now, the Toppers have chosen to walk the ball down the floor. They're running horns, as some people call it, too high, set the screen and roll a guy, but bring it to their big man out front. His shot up. He can shoot the 3. It was in and out. Rebound. We didn't block out, and they tie the score at 4.
Yeah, Coach Stuss doesn't like that. After forcing a tough shot, we just missed the box out right there and gave up an easy bucket.
High screen and roll. Now another screen. Reverse pivot heading in there is the dribbler. Oh, I love that baseline pass. King, Wanye King from downtown.
They can
Henderson.
shoot it. Yep. You're going to see a lot of that. Just a sign of things to come.
7-4, 17:48 to go here in the first period. You switch back and forth in men's and women's. Here's a great steal by Muscle White. Gets it down the floor. Wanye King with the Euro step scores.
Yep, that's the third steal of the day. The Lions defense coming out strong, and Wanye King with the nice bob and weave right there with the Euro step to finish on the left side.
Sometime I'm going to ask you, Jeremy, do you like the Euro step? When I played, the Euro step was a walk.
Yeah, definitely a move that is good to have in your arsenal.
We flew out there, got the rebound, and that's Muscle White with the rebound. Quick outlet in there. We're gone, and that looked like Wanye King wheeling and dealing. Oh, to Muscle White. 3 up, 3 down.
Yep. In transition, be on the lookout for those threes. They're going to come pretty fast, as they already have.
The Lions hotter than a $2 pistol right now. Lead 12-4 with 17:02. Let's take a 30-second timeout on Freed-Hardeman basketball.
Hello everyone, Gary Sinise here. I can't wait to see you at the Freed-Hardeman Benefit Dinner in December. I hope you'll consider getting tickets or a sponsorship. Every dollar you give will provide scholarships for students at FHU. Help change a life. We're going to have a great time and raise funds for these students. So I'll see you in December, and go Lions.
Back to Smith Kirk Court with the Lions leading 12-4. Jeremy Wright, Coach Joe Holloway with you, 17:02. Quick thoughts, Jeremy?
The Lions defense has come out strong, minus one possession where we had a lackadaisical box out for an easy layup. We forced tough shots and 3 turnovers so far, if I'm correct, in the passing lanes. We nearly got one there.
We're playing tough defense, got them out beyond the perimeter. They got to take a nice feed, though, and we knocked it away. Picked up Muscle White. Muscle White to Martin. Martin looking, and that one looked like it got kicked. Should retain possession.
Yeah, it's going to stay with Freed.
Well, we did a good job. Now, that's the kind of defense that you want, the perimeter. There's no holes and gaps. And to me, it looks like a modified version of pack defense where all the gaps are pretty well covered.
Definitely.
Out front, Muscle White's got it.
Uh-oh.
Here's the 3. Martin just off a little bit. We get the rebound. It looks like they're going to get a foul on the shot going back up.
Great box out right there by Jeremiah Alexander to secure the offensive rebound. We're gonna see a lot of threes. Cortland Martin, he's just as lethal from beyond the arc as he is in transition when he can get his speed up. So, definitely this is a lineup that's going to be very effective and very tough for defenses to guard.
That's right. Jeremiah Alexander's first shot up. That one off the iron, so he'll get 2. It's his first appearance at the line for this year. A lot of things will be first, won't they, Jeremy? Happy to be here with you. Second one, shot it, got it.
His first point for Freed-Hardeman.
Absolutely, and I know that's a proud young man now. Of course, Wanye King has 5 points on the night so far. He is our leading scorer. Agbada has 2. Toppers trying to attack. Folks, man, nice fight. Now, if people want to watch a good, I hate to call it rooster fighting, but the way you play defense, Muscle White is guarding down on this end, their post player, and that should be the first foul on Muscle White, first team foul.
Yeah.
Whole new, I'm going to let you check all these new men in.
Mass substitution. Coach Stutz feels like this team can go about 10 players deep, so after the first substitution, we have Hunter Skurlock, Dawson Bailey, and Logan Bonds, along with John Moore checking in for the Lions.
Okay, 5-out offense now, and then a man goes into the post, a medium post, but steps back. And I thought he had walked before that.
Yeah.
Nice call.
I was like, that's certainly not a foul.
Yeah, the referee was right on it. I thought that he may have walked. Young man didn't understand that he actually changed pivot feet the way he caught it.
Yeah.
And a little coaching gets in here. Now 4 out, 1 under for us. Nice outside handoff, but now they trap. They want to trap every one of our handoffs and ball screens. Yeah, and a little over and back there.
Dawson nearly saved it, but I think the pressure from the defense forced him behind the half-court line for the backcourt violation in favor of the Toppers.
John Moore playing post. Let's see if he and Tajik have that same battle. Tajik's going to come outside a high screen.
John Moore has been showing a lot of promise in practice. Let's see what he can do today.
Double team, low post. He gets baseline. Left-handed layup, no good. Let's see who they say touched it last. I think we did, but I always wait now for the officials' calls.
Great help defense right there by Freed-Hardeman to alter that shot because he had maybe a dunk even if without the help, but the long length made him change that shot.
NBA three-pointer off and rebounded by Hunter Skurlock quickly into the forecourt, and that's got to be a foul, and it is. You heard the referee's whistle. John Moore was going up. I think he was fixing to bury that one.
He saw just a bucket and nothing but the bucket right there, but he's going to the line for 2.
Yeah, he was gathering all that momentum. Yep. He was fixing to flush it.
He's about to set the crowd
stuff
on fire.
It, whatever. Yeah.
He's going to be good.
15-28, and we may, if they didn't count it, be nearing a media timeout. First one up off the back of the iron. 15-28, Freed-Hardeman leading 13-4. Good defensive start for Freed-Hardeman. Nice student body crowd down here cheering our young men on. Second one rolls around and falls.
We can always rely on the baseball team for support and a little bit of intimidation for the opposing team.
It's baseball guy. We'll be doing the baseball games this year.
Oh, yeah.
Right here on Worthy Road Studios and Freed-Hardeman's network.
Nationally ranked team.
Absolutely. Got a back door here. We were a little slow helping, and the reverse layup by Brandon Williams is good for the 6 point for their team, the Toppers. That one we got to help quicker. You can never help too late.
I think there was a lapse. I think Logan Bonds got tripped up in his assignment, and that all just broke down from there. Logan.
3-pointer up, rolls off the iron. Williams has it for the Toppers, and now they want to run a little bit. It's a control break, though, not Firehouse.
Yep.
Bounced in low, knocked
those
away.
Hands, active
we
hands.
tried to dribble it, pick that ball up. There's the coaching coming at him. They did pick it up, drive to the hole, and let's believe we got – did he have to pull his credit card and charge?
Yep.
Oh,
I think he pushed off to create some space.
And for the fans not used to hearing me, when I talk about pulling the credit card, you know there's a charge coming. His first foul, and we'll get the fouls for you. Driving.
Free lane. Hey.
It's one of those United States steal shots, but Hunter Skurlock with a nice drive, body protected it.
I thought he was going to finish that when that contact just knocked him off his straight line that he had. He had the defender completely beat.
Hunter, I thought Hunter was I coached some in Middle Tennessee for a while. Hunter's from Good Pasture Christian.
Yeah, Nashville.
Yeah, they have a great program up there. Shot it, got it.
We'll be looking for him for a lot of experience. Last year we had some injuries late in the season, so he was a starter for a lot of the season. Today he came off the bench, but still, that just gives a lot of experience to some fresh legs off the bench, and
some experience. Yeah, it looks like a young man's just happy to be playing. He'll do whatever coach wants him to do. Second shot it, got it. That one had a little bit of United States steel to it, but it rolled around and fell through. And the Lions lead 16-6, 14:26 to go in the first period. Got two screens out here, trying to get Williams free. Williams three-pointer up. Williams three down. He drained that one, Jeremy.
Yeah, that was a nice hesitation to send the defender back so to get the space to take that shot. Oh, Dawson. Hey!
Hey, NBA three by Dawson Bailey.
Off the first pass. Knock it down.
He had me fade. I thought for just a hair he was going to pass the ball, but he lit it up. Skurlock on the defense. They feed low, but it gets away. Turgic starts to drive. Are they going to get the hands?
Hands, yeah. A little hand check right there. Nice rip through right there to enforce the contact right there by Blue Mountain.
John Moore, his first, team second. Still belongs to Blue Mountain. We have a 10-point lead. Nice out-of-bounds play. Didn't hurt us, though, because you force them catch out there. Try to feed low, and John Mayer got away with one there.
Be careful with those hands. Oh, no. Yeah, they got him. They got him. I think that's on him, too.
Jeremy, I believe you and I agree. You don't reach over to block. It's a 7-11 stick-up's what it is. Keep those hands up.
Yeah, a little bit too active hands right there.
And John Moore picks up his second, team third, going to the line, and he has not been there. It's Luka Tajic.
First of two matchups between Freed-Hardeman and Blue Mountain today. They're scheduled to play at Blue Mountain on November 24th. So we'll be seeing them again in a couple weeks.
And that's a loud gymnasium down there, too. Yeah. I have been to it a couple of times when I was an assistant at Lambeth University. First free throw, good. Tujic's second one is good, nothing but string music. And let's see, the official.
No basket.
Oh, they wave it off. Yep. Got a violation. And if those of y'all keep score at home, that counts as a turnover in the official scorebook. Now a little full court pressure. It's like a 2-1-2 press. And it is. Very easily broke. Good job by the Lions.
Bailey again.
Yeah, Dawson shot up off the iron, but he knew what he wanted to do with it. And they look hard for Brandon Williams, don't they, Jeremy?
Yeah, he's their go-to. Oh.
Three up, caught, and that one must have been a puff of wind from the air conditioning that blew it in. And now they close the gap to 6 at 19-16, 13-15. 2-1-2 press. They'll try to keep the ball out of the middle. You can also throw over, though, this press, the way we've got it stretched. There it is. Driving with the basketball is Bonds. He gets rid of it. Cortland Martin back in the ball game, and you know he can make things happen.
Yep, that's why he's out there to facilitate the pressure. Doesn't seem to be getting to him so far.
Skurlock wanted to wheel and deal. Dawson wanted to go too, didn't he, then? I like the aggressiveness there. He off the roll. Nice pass. It's a shame you can't give 2 assists, but basket. John Moore from Somerset High School.
That quick ball movement right there shifted the Blue Mountain defense completely, which led John Moore open, and great finish, catch and finish by him. He had a half a second to get that shot off before the defense could recover.
Told you to get great color. Here's Brandon Williams. He's intent on lighting it up. John Moore with the rebound to Cortland Martin.
He's going to do that often.
Got more moves than a hula girl out there. Gives it over to Dawson. His shot just off the front. It was straight enough to go.
Keep leaving him open, please.
Needs a little more out of his legs on that one, but nice shot. We won't fault it. Threes are good. There we lost sight, and it's a nice backdoor pass, and the score by Micah Powers. That you have to keep an eye on your defender when you're in help defense. Cortland Martin has it, wants to deal. Now we're not moving much now. We're getting a little movement.
Nice hezzy.
Nice.
Yeah, Dawson.
Dribble drive and dish off to Dawson Bailey, the freshman.
That movement in the Freed-Hardeman offense, you pass it off and then you slant, or nice deep dive right there by Dawson Bailey, and he was looking for the ball, and Cortland saw him for the layup.
Dawson Bailey, a strong young man too.
Yes.
He can get to the hole again with the 4 out, 1 under, into the post. He faces up. We got to have help from across lane. Did a good job. Now I'm going to tell you what. You can see the European influence in his moves in the post there for Luka Tujic.
I thought he created a contact right there or enforced a contact. But Logan, who was just following his help defense responsibility, gets tagged with a foul.
And they're going to take a timeout. It's a full timeout. We're going to take a full timeout here on Freed-Hardeman basketball. And back at Brewer Sports Center, Smith Kirk Court. Our Lions leading 23-15 with 11:22 to go in this first period. Your thoughts, Jeremy? And Jeremy Wright is our color man and a great one this year.
Thank you. We started the game really well. We were up 16-6. Blue Mountain since then has cut in the lead by 2. We currently lead by 8. But we just got to make sure we're consistent on defense. Brandon Williams has created some plays. He's starting to heat up for Blue Mountain. We need to put extra pressure on him. Watch his little hezzy pull up. He's done that a few times. And when he draws all the attention to himself, he'll dish it off for a back to an open player for Blue Mountain for buckets. Offensively, I feel like we're doing well. You know, the 3 hasn't been falling as of late, but if they keep letting us shoot, we're going to make them pay.
Okay, Luka Tevjic has been to the line once. He's 1 for 1. Now he's 2 for 2. Has a nice touch. He actually hit that other one the first time, but one of their players stepped in the lane too quick, and they took it off, which counts as a turnover. Young man from Serbia. Second shot it, rolls in, and the score is 23-17. We have a 6-point lead, 11-20. Lions looking to score. We've got a whole new lineup in right now.
Yes, we're going with King, Musselwhite, Silas Clark making his first appearance, Agbada and Alexander, all of them checking back into the game.
Good call by the referee. I thought he was slapping a pair of handcuffs on the dribbler, and that is on number 23, Jaron Massis. And Jaron looked like he didn't. He said, "I didn't do that." Yeah, you can't slap the handcuffs on a guy. 2 inbound for Freed-Hardeman will be Jeremiah Alexander. Pops out, gives the ball to John Musselwhite, who gets rid of it. And now let's see, over on Wanye King had it, but gives it back. Now kick to King. He wants to make something happen. Little razzle-dazzle. That one sprouted legs and crawled in for 2 points for Wanye King.
Yeah, it looked like he got stuck between going with the left-hand layup or a floater, but he put it high so the defender couldn't get to it as he was a little bit indecisive with that shot, but still got it to go.
Good job. Great. Watch the post battle down there. It's a great one going on. Here's 3-point shot up. Rebound. We've got it.
Yeah.
That's John Musselwhite. John's having a good day on the boards.
Oh.
Nice skip. We got a little high. They'll probably say he took a walk on the boardwalk.
Yeah.
But nice play otherwise. Some good thinking. Now, Agabata is having a nice battle, and that time he didn't foul, didn't reach over. And this ought to be a good battle. These 2 strong young men in the low post. Keep an eye on that.
Yeah. In practice, Coach Stutz emphasizes discipline down in the post. It's easy to get tagged with cheap fouls for the big men.
Yeah, Silas Clark with a great block then, Jeremy.
Yeah, he's got some length. He's going to be the defensive stopper. Silas is the Swiss Army knife kind of. He has an offensive skill and defensive, so he'll definitely be getting a lot of time.
Now, it didn't touch anybody.
Nope.
They were.
I thought it was going to be a foul.
No, I thought we did a good job. We took the angle away from him, but we will have to throw it in on the baseline, though. And to inbound the ball will be John Musselwhite. Silas Clark, the junior, 5'10", out of Cumberland County High School. That's Crossville, Tennessee, for those listening on. And we welcome you to Freed-Hardeman, the campus, for the first of 12 doubleheaders we'll do. Today's was a single game because the ladies' opponent has a little COVID problem. Nice ball movement. They rolled, fed the roller. It got through, but picked up by Jeremiah. Good job. Body control layup.
That's not how they drew it up. A little bit of a broken play. That pass to Ekbata has some heat on it, but it still carried off to Jeremiah Alexander. He used a ball fake, got to the rim, drew the contact, and finished. So great play in our favor. Right
Jeremiah
there.
Alexander is going to try to get an old-fashioned three-point play, and he completes it. Nice roll in. You know what? When you see it roll in like that, you know the shooter has good touch.
Right. The largest lead of the game, if I'm correct, 11 points.
11 points. It has been 10. 9:46 to go in the first half. 28-17. Fakes a handoff. And, you know, Digit wants to wheel into a deal. Up and under move.
He went against three people that time.
And we get it off to Wanye King. King, the senior, brings it down, gets rid of it, gets a kick back. NBA three, just off the iron, but great rebound by Agabata. Into Agabata. Missed the running hook.
The building was about to set off if that one went down.
Yep. And we cut off the dribbler. Good defense. You want to keep them out of that lane as much as possible. Now, will we double down? Now, I don't understand that shot.
He's just trying to draw a foul. And
the Euro step works. Jeremiah Alexander, the senior, at 6'5", and we're going to have a timeout. I think we'll let's keep it here this time and talk through the timeout. It's a full timeout. Of course, we're here on Freed-Hardeman's beautiful campus. Very quickly, before we get some analysis from Jeremy, Freed-Hardeman University Athletic Department would like to congratulate Jim Carter and Haley Newby McRady on being inducted to the FHU Sports Hall of Fame. Induction ceremonies at 7 tonight in Ayers Auditorium. Public is allowed to attend, and the event will be live streamed. Visit gofhulions.com for the streaming information. Your thoughts to the 8:53 mark here in the first half?
And that last sequence after the media timeout that we took, the defense has been turning into offense, and you gotta love it. That's the big focal point, because this team, and we've had 4 scrimmages coming up into today's first game. In 3 of those games, they've had 80 points in normal 20-minute halves, and so we're gonna score. We gotta defend, and that's what they've been doing so far. We had a little bit of a where Blue Mountain went on a run. It looks like they've stopped the wounds or healed the wounds there, and they've gone back to forcing turnovers. As they're forcing tough shots, Blue Mountain looks a little bit discombobulated as, you know, Freed-Hardeman's putting the pressure on them, and then we're scoring on the other end too. So that's how you build this 13-point lead.
Absolutely, and you'll be hearing from Jeremy Wright all season. He knows this team backwards and forwards. He gets to attend practice every day. I'm going to start attending practice a little bit. But with a 30-17 lead, the ball belongs to the Toppers of Blue Mountain. A little one-on-one play, but good defense by Silas there.
Yeah, he's going to be he's going to be defending. He sits down on defense.
Yeah, he'll get after you, won't he?
That number 11 for Blue Mountain was trying to get shifty with him, and he withstood all that. And now, oh my God, see the Swiss Army knife.
Take that right in your eye.
The good defense on one end and the nice hesitation ball fake bucket on the other.
Silas Clark with his first points of the night. He says, I can go one-on-one too. Good defense so far by the Lions. I saw an offensive foul. Brandon Williams got away with one, but you know what? Agabata's right there. Did you see that great block out?
I did. Musselwhite, that's a shooter.
Yes, boom. No good, but off the back of the iron. Now the Toppers want to run. They look always for Brandon Williams, but he doesn't have the basketball right now.
Travel.
It's Platt. Stolen. This one's going to go coast to coast. Here we go. Oh, me. Needed a slight more elevation, but we get the rebound.
He jumped kind of early, if you ask me, but I thought he was going to get it. The defender knew what to do. He backed out the way.
Musselwhite had that rebound. Now we're cross-courting it to Jeremiah. Inside, Agabata's hook.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. He may have got hit, but he got his rebound, still scored.
I'm about to say, that's 2 shots, but wait for Francis. He saw where the ball was going. He got it right back, and that's an easy floater for him.
Agabata for 2. You see wholesale substitutions for us, 5 at a time, 2 ready to come in for the Toppers. Platt off the drive, goes up. His shot didn't have a chance. The English was the wrong way off the glass.
Right, a little bit too much right there.
Wanye King wants to wheel and deal, gets his screen, dumps it inside.
No, yeah, and one.
And one. You're right, it's coming.
Yes, sir, 2-4.
Nice move by Agabata. They were almost daring him to go left, and he still beat him to his right.
That's what we were working on. That's my drill. That's what we do. Force him, ball fake to the baseline, go middle of the floater.
And he'll be there to try one, get his old-fashioned three-point play. Shot it, got it. Lions 36, 17 for the Toppers.
Here we go with these mass substitutions. Coach Stress is going 9 deep so far in this first half. So Cortland Martin, Hunter Skurlock, Logan Bonds, and Dawson Bailey, along with John Moore, are going to check back in to this game.
It's a good unit. I think having Cortland, who started the game with this unit, maybe strengthens this unit. This time we fell down. Williams, you know what? If you leave him open, now Brandon Williams is going to bury it. It is 37-19, 6:43 to go. The Lions into the forecourt.
Yeah, nice move right there by Williams. He's all Blue Mountains got, looks like, on offense so far.
Wanted the screen.
Oh,
nice pass. No look pass. And that is over to Hunter Skurlock for the bucket, but the assist made the play.
Cortland Martin's drawing all the attention on defense, so somebody's open, and he's done a good job of finding that open man. And right there, Hunter Skurlock sinking behind the defense for that easy lay. That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, extra step. And we're both trying to be patient and not help the referees too much, but got to call them as we see them.
He's got a little bit of Denzel Washington. He's trying to sell that call that's not working. He got called for a travel. The ball goes back to Freed.
And the dealings I've had with some of the European players, they sell things quite well, or at least attempt to. In the corner, here's the drive. Nice pass. Spotting the open man. Yeah, John Moore got the points, but again, the pass made the points possible.
A lot of ball watching right there by Blue Mountain. That's Dawson's second time drawing the defense and finding an open John Moore. That connection right there, that we can get used to that.
Yeah, Young took the three-pointer miss. We get the rebound into Cortland Martin. He's got in deep, got to get out of it. Here's the three-pointer up, bounces around, comes off there, and just stolen right there. Just out-muscled by big John Moore.
All gas, no brakes right now by Freed-Hardeman. Their defense is spectacular. And offense, they've scored. I got to get a stat on that, but they've scored on a good amount of the last few possessions they've had.
Nice man-to-man defense, or player-to-player if you prefer. Drive, no good. Rebound, comes off. Yeah, it's Hunter Skurlock again. He's been a busy young man in this first half at 5:05. Gets his pass stolen, though.
Yeah, stay away from that corner baseline.
3-on-2, tried to go behind the back, and Cortland Martin picked the pocket. He dishes off, and the layup blocked away. Toppers hustle over and get the rebound. I believe that's Pratt with the rebound, and he brought it down the floor.
Good read by Cortland. Just couldn't finish it right there by Moore.
We got it out of Williams' hands. That's an important thing. And see a young man tapping out for the Toppers, meaning he needs a break.
We're in those passing lanes, I'll tell you that.
And it looks like they're going to call a timeout. They're going to take a timeout. We're going to take a 30-second timeout on Freed-Hardeman basketball.
Hello everyone, Gary Sinise here. I can't wait to see you at the Freed-Hardeman Benefit Dinner in December. I hope you'll consider getting tickets or a sponsorship. Every dollar you give will provide scholarships for students at FHU. Help change a life. We're going to have a great time and raise funds for these students. So I'll see you in December, and go Lions.
And back, and you see some of the fans here in the stands. Let us know if you're watching the game. I know that in the house is Ronnie Carter, executive director of, or former executive director of the TSSAA. And there are several other people. I'm sure the honorees are here too. There's been some ceremonies and meetings before this. But we are at Smith Kirk Court. Alongside me is Jeremy Wright. Jeremy, quick thought before the huddles break.
Since the initial media timeout we took in this game, Freed-Hardeman has just stepped on the gas. Blue Mountain just looks out of sync, outside of Brandon Williams on offense, and on defense, Freed-Hardeman is getting into those gaps, and the players without the ball are moving without the ball to where they have open layups, and the ball handlers have done a good job of finding them for easy points.
43-19, 4:40 to go here in the first half of play. You can see the scoreboard on our fine Worthy Road studio. There's a shot. Rebound. Skurlock's been a busy young man.
Yeah, he's going to be active on both ends.
Bringing it to the hole. He's going coast to coast. Layup a little strong. Rebound. Moore shot it a little short. Another rebound. It looked like Cortland Martin. Yes, it was. Behind the back. And he went behind the back. 14 for them, who is Marquise White. Tried to pick his pocket.
Yeah, that's not a good idea to start reaching.
No, and Cortland's hands are too quick.
Yeah.
Of course, Cortland from just up the road, Humboldt, Tennessee. Played on some fine ball clubs there.
Also, the performance on the boards for Freed-Hardeman I'm impressed.
Yeah, we're doing quite well on the boards tonight. We'll try to get you some stats. We got 17 rebounds right now. Shot short. That's okay. We're going to turn around and play defense. I know we wanted it, but sometimes you got to miss every once in a while. Task now to play good defense. Offside exchange. Around the horn for the Toppers. They'll drive the baseline.
I think they missed it. That's an illegal hold on the baseline, which delayed Logan Bond's help, which is why he came over so fast and hard, which led to a foul.
It really did, and, of course, Coach is nicely getting his point across, plus doing a little coaching there. And Coach, a very intense guy, isn't he? He's thinking basketball all the time.
Overall, I think he's got to be pleased because up 23 with still 40 points in the half with 4 minutes remaining, and then we're up by 23.
Yeah.
Though we've given up some easy buckets, all in all.
And that shot by Brandon Williams, good. He now has 11 on the night. He is their leading scorer. That one bounces off the rim. Rebound. Be given to Cortland Martin at the 3:58 mark. And you got to love the clock if you're watching this game at home.
Yes.
It's on our screen all the time by Worthy Road Studios. Cross-court pass to Jeremiah Alexander. Out front, 3 up. It's off the iron. We're retreating quickly, and the Toppers bring it down the floor. They go 4 out, 1 under. That's their preferred set. Nice block by Muscle White? Yeah. Running the floor. Jeremiah Alexander crossover layup, no good.
John Moore.
Rebound. Yeah, you're right. John Moore. John Moore is everywhere.
The monster on the boards, him and Francis both.
Good job by that should be the 18th or 19th rebound. We'll check it for the lines. Here's a pass down the corner.
Charge, wasn't it?
And that's about all you can do. That's one of those rugby scrums. And let's see if.
What's that?
Well, it's usually a stop. It's a stoppage of clock, but I don't know what it was. That's a signal I'm going to have to look up, dear.
Up and down. I've never seen that also.
I've seen them stop play and call for a towel or something after somebody.
It looked like a delay of game possibly.
Yeah. Here's a nice pass. Taking it to the hole. Left it a little short. Got his own rebound. Should have an attempt at a three-point play is John Moore.
They're going to call the foul on the first shot, which is a little bit late because he got the second shot up and made that one. But, again, an offensive rebound, even though, it was a foul on the previous shot, but still.
I agree with you. So John Moore will be at the line for 2 free throws.
He's having himself a great debut, his college basketball debut at that.
Shot it, got it.
Definitely, created some good expectation for him in the
John
future
Moore.
along with this season.
Yeah, John Moore with 2.
And I think this is the biggest lead again, 25.
It is. We're pulling away, but we've still got a second half to play.
Yep.
Two high screen. They roll out of it. We do a good job defending and not letting them feed.
Great
Three-pointer
defense.
blocked. And more, two. We got a 2-on-1 with a trailer. Taking it all the way will be Jeremiah Alexander. He scores. We're going to have another attempt for another old-fashioned three-point play.
That hesitation he did around the free throw line got the defense moving because John Moore, it was a 2-on-1 with a Blue Mountain defender trailing, and Jeremiah froze both defenders and got to the rim, and all Blue Mountain could do then was just hack, and they got tagged with a foul.
And let's see, Jeremiah, that time off the back of the iron, rebound. Oh, I know he'd love to have had that free throw back. Comes the Toppers. Trailing in this game 49-22. Working a perimeter game. They like to get it inside, but we've had pretty good inside defense most of the night.
Oh, yes. And how about that perimeter defense right there?
Get a screen. Here's a slashing man. He was rolling, and he had the angle on us.
A slight gamble right there, which led the Blue Mountain offensive player right down Main Street for the bucket.
That was Young, a senior guard out of Memphis, scoring for them. Nice pass inside.
And one again. They're just
Muscle
hacking.
White. Our passing has been pinpoint so far, Jeremy.
They're just swinging. Another possible and one right there, but way to finish still, John Musselwhite.
Absolutely. I got to be proud of our young men. Outside, almost a steal, is a steal. Here comes John Moorhead. John Moorhead, who looks like Wanye King. Wanye's pass comes off of Moore. He gets it back. He's going to shoot a three. Three up,
he
three
did
down.
That on purpose. I don't care what he says. He did that on purpose. He threw a hard pass. John couldn't catch it, so it's basically an assist to himself. He did that on purpose.
54-24, the Lions leading the Toppers, 1:22 to go in the period. Let's take a 30-second timeout on Freed-Hardeman basketball. Fans are being entertained here at Smith Kirk Court. Toppers have the basketball. Jeremy right along with Coach Joe Holloway. High screen here, but the Lions are on fire, Jeremy.
I'm impressed. Our fans are definitely impressed. Coach Stutz, I think, should be impressed. This has been an all-around performance so far to build a 30-point lead with 54 points and still a minute on the dot remaining in the first half.
Nice shot by Micah Powers. There's a steal. We got a little careless with the basketball then. Nice step side pass. Missed the shot. We missed once. We forced two layups missed. That one's going to go out of bounds to Freed-Hardeman.
Yeah, that's what a rare turnover. I don't think we'll have to look at the stats at halftime, but definitely we haven't been turning the ball over. Got caught sleeping right there, but here we go. Let's finish this half strong.
Turnovers, that's only our third one so far. 11 for
that's a foul.
The other team, the Toppers.
Great catch, Francis. Good kick out, Cortland.
Cortland Martin, three up, off the iron, rebound, Wanye King. But his pass gets stolen as he was trying to save the basketball. Now it looks like Brandon Williams is back in for them, and they want to slow it down here. Pace has been faster than they wanted it.
Yeah, shot clock's turned off, so it looks like they're going to hold for the last shot.
54-27, 15 seconds.
It's probably just going to be a pull-up from him. Oh, they're making him give up. Good defense, good pressure defense.
And Luka Tejic gets their final bucket. 4 seconds we've got to score.
2 seconds, Cortland.
One shot
That's
off
good.
from 40. Off the front of the iron, but at the end of one half of play. Freed-Hardeman 54. Blue Mountain 29. Let's take a 1-minute timeout and come back to Freed-Hardeman basketball.
Hello everyone, Gary Sinise here. I can't wait to see you at the Freed-Hardeman Benefit Dinner in December. I hope you'll consider getting tickets or a sponsorship. Every dollar you give will provide scholarships for students at FHU. Help change a life. We're going to have a great time and raise funds for these students. So I'll see you in December, and go Lions.
time today. 54-29. Jeremy Wright, Coach Joe Holloway, Worthy Road Studios. And, Jeremy, what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the order we're going to do things. I'm going to turn it over to you and let you describe the activities, and then you can talk about the basketball game. And here is Jeremy Wright.
Okay, right now we have the Hall of Fame inductions. As we mentioned, two deserving former student athletes here at Freed-Hardeman getting their name placed in the Freed-Hardeman Athletics Hall of Fame. And, again, this was normally first week in November is the homecoming week for Freed-Hardeman, but of course, due to COVID-19, out of precaution, this year's homecoming activities were postponed, and so we're still having a homecoming, in quotations, homecoming basketball game. We have a good student turnout. Unfortunately, this looks like this could possibly be the only home game of the semester while classes are in session. So it's good to see all these students get a look at this Freed-Hardeman basketball team before the semester for Freed-Hardeman academics closes on November 21st or 20th, but the graduation is November 21st. In today's game, the Freed-Hardeman Lions lead 54-29 after 20 minutes to play. An all-around impressive performance, I'd say, for the Freed-Hardeman Lions. They came clicking out on all cylinders. They led early 16-6. Blue Mountain got some things going on offense before the Lions recovered on defense and forced several turnovers on the defensive end and turned them into offensive buckets and points on the scoreboard on the other end. The lead got as big as 30 in the first half. The Lions led 54-24 with a minute 15 remaining in the first half. And to close the half, Blue Mountain ended the first half on a 5-0 run to cut the lead to 25. Some stats right now for the Blue Mountain Toppers. We'll start with them. Brandon Williams leads the Toppers in scoring with 11 points. He's been their sole offensive source. He's the ball handler. He loves to pull up. Lately, late in the first half, we saw the Lions send two defenders at him to get the ball out of his hands and make any of the four other players on Blue Mountain's team make any plays. And that hasn't happened, as Williams has either scored or assisted on majority of their points. He has 11 points and 3 assists after the 20 minutes of play in the first half. What's impressed me for Freed-Hardeman, I'm going to start with the big guys because there's a lot of emphasis on them in practice. So Francis Ekbata and freshman, college debut, I might add, John Moore, has 11 points to lead the Lions in scoring. He's going to be a good player. You can see it now. We're going to say his name a lot. He has 11 points. Francis Ekbata has 7 points. He's tied for third, leading the Lions in scoring, as Wanye King has 10 points, and Jeremiah Alexander has 8. So a lot of sources of offense for Freed-Hardeman. You're going to hear their names a lot, as I commonly mention. We go 9 deep on this team in the first half. That's kind of rare, 9 players in a rotation. It's rare. You usually get your top 6, 7, maybe 8 guys normally, but Coach Stess has gone 9 with the initial starters in Francis Ekbata, Cartland Martin, Wanye King, Jeremiah Alexander, and John Musselwhite. And then Dawson Bailey has had a good impact on this game. He has 5 points. He knocked down an early tray, and he's been good slashing through the defense after he gives up the ball and finding players and scoring. He got an open layup, and he also has, Dawson Bailey has 2 assists. So 2 nice assists to John Moore as he gets the ball fakes, draws the defense, and kicks out to the open man slashing through the lane. Also, the Lions are shooting 53% from the field. Round that up to 53.8%. Round that up to 54%, if you will. From the field, a lot of their points have come in the paint, which is all good to have, which shows the Lions can score in 2 ways. But I would say, if you asked me before the game, we had a 25-point lead at halftime, I would say we hit about 7 or 8 threes, which is not the case because the Lions shot 4 for 15 from 3, which is only 27% if you round up. So from beyond the arc, that's the only place where I feel like the Lions have not met where I expected them to start the game. But we're finding a lot of skill in the paint, a lot of points in the paint, a lot of easy buckets. Offensive rebounds. Where's the offensive rebounds? We have a total of 9 offensive rebounds. That has been key. So our bigs, Francis Igbata and John Moore, for sure, definitely have been forcing the issue on the boards on offense and defense.
And you're absolutely right. I want to go back to the three-point thing that you were talking about. Most coaches want you to shoot about 33%.
Yeah.
They would prefer it to be higher. Obviously, 40 it makes you a good three-point shooter or three-point shooting teams. But that would be one thing I think Coach may address that. I don't know. There's a couple of them that they didn't get the leg bend.
Yeah.
They rushed their shot or something like that. But he doesn't want them to turn the tap off either.
No,
you got to
we're gonna
feel
keep
good
shooting.
about
We're gonna
shooting
keep
those
shooting,
three.
yeah.
But
That's
we got to
it.
shoot better than. You know what's helped? Doesn't matter if you're rebounding them.
Yeah.
And we are rebounding.
We are rebounding. Like I said, our two big men, the Agbada and Moore, that are going to play at the 5 position, they have left their mark on this game so far, and I just hope they continue to do that in the second. I think they will.
The women's game has gone to the quarters. Would you like
Yeah.
to see the men's game go to quarters?
No, not really. I think I like the halves. The halves just make it easier to focus for me, though you get more breaks maybe in women's basketball with the quarter simulation or the quarters. I like the 2 halves. It's easier, 2 20-minute halves. With the ladies, what is it? 4 10-minute?
They 4 10-minute
okay.
quarters.
Okay.
And the 1-and-1 start over again each quarter. And that's a little different than what now, you and I played in high school. We were used to the 1-and-1s not starting over till half.
Yeah.
And I like the 4 quarter. I got mixed emotions because I've had a lot of girls that played college basketball and one that played here at Freed. That was a long time ago because I've been retired for a while. But it is a different game. But now the women's game is played below the rim. The men's game is played above the rim.
You saw Jeremiah try to literally take flight on a Blue Mountain defender. Yeah, I feel like he jumped a little bit early, but he had the leg power and the arm reach to get into the rim. But luckily, that was one of our offensive rebounds that led to a bucket in transition.
Absolutely, and we're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we're going to mention some things on the Freed-Hardeman campus. We'll talk about things, but we must talk about that wonderful women's team that had a big win last night. You are listening to Freed-Hardeman basketball from the Brewer Sports Center, brought to you by Freed-Hardeman and Worthy Road Studios. Paul Schultze, the commander-in-chief of Worthy Road Studios. And when we come back after a 1-minute timeout, more Freed-Hardeman basketball.
Hello everyone, Gary Sinise here. I can't wait to see you at the Freed-Hardeman Benefit Dinner in December. I hope you'll consider getting tickets or a sponsorship. Every dollar you give will provide scholarships for students at FHU. Help change a life. We're going to have a great time and raise funds for these students. So I'll see you in December, and go Lions.
Back at Smith Kirk Court, where Freed-Hardeman is leading 54-29. There's about 4 minutes left in halftime. Jeremy Wright with me, and we're going to talk. Last night, we both got to witness a great win by the women's team. They were all over Brescia like white on rice.
That's a big win because Coach, first-year head coach Josh Epperson improved to 2-0 on his career here at Freed-Hardeman, which is, a lot of people are paying attention to the girls' team this year. With new coach, and we have this legendary program, made the national tournament. Is it 26 years now? Check me on that. Check me on that. If
It's
I'm off.
somewhere around there, because I did a bunch of
I've-
y'all's games when the tournament was in Jackson. Then they traveled, and you and I both know what's hanging on the other side of the speakers.
That national champion.
Yeah, national championship banner from 2018, and a well-deserved one. But an energetic young coach. I liked Epperson's enthusiasm last night.
Yeah, definitely. And you can see the crowd. A lot of people are focusing on the girls team this year, but it was good to see them come together and get a big win in that fashion. They were on top of Brescia from the start, didn't let them get back into it, and it was a pretty lopsided win.
It really was. I know that you can always count on several of those young ladies. Reagan Floyd from Perry County, Alyssa's from Mount Pleasant. And that's for the last 4 years before I moved back to Jackson, Tennessee. That was my home stomping grounds at Mount Pleasant, but I got to see both of those young ladies play. But there's some other. We've got Hannah's from down here at McNary Central.
West Tennessee.
And let's see, I'm leaving out. We got Kennedy's from Gleason, played for Sean Stevenson, of course, down at McNary Central, the legendary Jerry Lott, who has coached. And y'all have had several McNary players here at Freed-Hardeman.
Yeah.
And it's just a fun time last night. We'll have the women's game. Now, I got to get this note out there, because listening is my compadre in high school football and basketball, the best color man in high school football and basketball, the one and only David Wade. And guess what David Wade does? He is an assistant softball coach right here at Freed-Hardeman University. We got to believe that we're going to have basketball. We're going to have men's and women's basketball. We're going to have softball and baseball on Worthy Road Studios. Now, very quickly, let's do this, and this – you get to inherit this job eventually. But the camera operators for tonight or this afternoon are Gary Lockhart, Caleb Brewer, and the effervescent Lawson man. On the controls over here, firing everything, is the one and only Paul Schultze, the founder of Worthy Road Studios. And we're going to be here with y'all. The good news is Jeremy's going to be here with us all year. And I'm going to try to keep up. This young man has got a dynamic personality. I'm just going to do the play-by-play, because he can even tell you how they tie their shoelaces on the men's team. He knows that much about them.
It's a plus to sit there and practice. It's been a long time coming. I'm not going to lie. We started workouts second week of August, second week of school for us, and we were getting a little bit loose, because the girls had already played 2 games. They played last Saturday against Blue Mountain and last night against Brescia. We're just like, we're ready to play. The girls are playing, but it's finally here, and they have not disappointed so far. We still have 20 minutes of basketball left, though, so we got to finish.
Absolutely right. And we'll even be adding more to the broadcast. Paul Schultze and staff will, but Jeremy and I will too. Both of us will have a computer. This week, the DAC Stats has played games with me. It's the first time I ever saw a starting lineup on DAC Stats with only 4 people on it. That's a new one. They got it corrected, because Taylor Hodges, the sports information director, does such a wonderful job down there. The athletic director is the one and only Mike McCutcheon.
My guy.
And I'm going to tell you what. Is that popcorn he's not sharing with us, or nuts, or what is that?
Who's eating? Ray Pack? I see Ray Pack eating.
Yeah, Ray Pack, our good friend, one of the finest gentlemen, and he's going to be doing the softball, and I'm going to do baseball. But Ray Pack, you're not sharing. It may be peanuts or cashews or something.
He'll see this. He'll see this. He'll know next time to share.
But folks, Ray is one of the most wonderful human beings you ever want to be around. And if you want the word spread properly and hear a good sermon, you need to go hear Ray Pack.
Right here.
Absolutely.
South Jackson Church of Christ?
Absolutely. Great man, South Jackson Church of Christ. And we are ready to play ball. Musselwhite to inbound. And he's had a good, solid game. A quiet game, but a good game.
Definitely. He's been key on defense. He's got a ton of deflections. I don't know if that shows up in the stat book, but his deflections have definitely led to some good offense on the other end.
Yeah, Michael Powers, as you hear, PA announcer. We've got a great PA announcer with a good voice over there.
Coach Estes, the baseball coach. Yes, sir.
That's right. I need to mention that since I'm going to be doing his games. This looks like Spurlock to inbounds. Here we go. Shot up and down. Musselwhite. That was as smooth as silk right there.
He caught it straight up and then got into a shooting position and still knocked it down. That's what we can expect.
Very good.
Well,
They try to drive. You
didn't-
weren't going to get the rim.
He didn't get above the rim.
No, you didn't get the elevation you need to get up there.
Wanye.
Up, off. They got the rebound, the Toppers, and they now want to run. They don't have their left lane filled very well, but Brandon Williams, that's who they want with the basketball. Now the big man, I think he took a little step. He scored and he got fouled, but did you see the little short shuffle? It wasn't much, and it's hard to pick that up. We've got an advantage up here.
Yeah. I saw that, and he got a foul call. That was his sole mission when he put the ball in the first half on the floor in the first half. Try to draw a foul, but he got that one.
Tejcik has 5 points. He's 3 for 3 from the line. Make that 4 for 4 for the line from the line. 57-32. Early in the second half, 19-13 to go. You've got it on your screen at home. You'll enjoy that from Worthy Road Studios. A lot of broadcasts doesn't have that time clock.
Right. That definitely. This is definitely something that we're looking forward to using down the road. Oh.
Cortland Martin from way downtown missed. We've got a foul call.
Goodness. It looks like Francis did, give him a little contact in the back, but I don't think that affected the number 4 for Blue Mountain. Was it Luka Tejcik dropping the ball out of bounds? But they're going to tag him with a foul.
Yep, that's just his second foul, first team foul of the half. Horns, that's with 2 high screens. They call it horns. Feed inside. Low post had nice position and kind of jumped into him. And that time we allowed him, but you know what? I thought he bought a piece of real estate staying in that lane too long.
Yeah, 3 seconds. I wonder how easy it is for refs to remember that. But, yeah, is that Francis' third of the half?
That is his third foul.
Okay.
We'll have to give him some rest here in a moment. Shot it, got it, making the score 57-35. Still a nice lead, 18-46. Now hear a whistle, and
timeout.
Looks like we're going to have a timeout. We'll keep it here. Now they've gotten the ball inside and a good post up. Coach going to make adjustments or just tell his kids, hey, let's remember where we're supposed to be on defense?
Yeah, the lead's down to 22. It was 25 at halftime. Just to remind them, and it's mainly for the bigs. The bigs, that's where something we got to watch because I believe John Moore has how many fouls? 2 fouls. Personal foul. Yeah, 2 fouls, and Francis just picked up his third. So we got to make sure our big men, who have had a tremendous impact on this game so far, are still going to playing disciplined defense down in the paint.
You're absolutely right. Musselwhite to inbound to Cortland Martin.
And we're going to leave Francis out there.
I'm sure Coach told him, I have a feeling they're going to double down and give him a little help if they take him low. Martin gets the high screen. There's the roll, but kicked outside. Shot up, no good. High in the air, getting his own rebound is Hunter Skurlock. Nice post feed with the curl bounce pass. Spins, losing it, but outside. Musselwhite, NBA 3, a little short. It'll be off of Blue Mountain, has to be.
Good awareness by Francis. That ball was tapped off of like Brandon Williams' collarbone or chest, something, his upper torso. Francis got a hand on the ball to make it deflect off the Blue Mountain player out of bounds.
John Moore in to play post, but now he gives away a few pounds to Blue Mountain's post player. Out of bounds play, good. It's to Musselwhite. He's got the shot, got the rhythm, off the iron, no good. Rebound to Tejcik. Hit by Cortland Martin. Young man fighting for it, but their guard comes up with it, shoots it into the forecourt, and now skip pass, and yes, out of bounds.
Yeah,
nice call.
I knew something didn't look right about him. I was like, he didn't stay in bounds. That pass was high and good catch, though, but he stepped out of bounds.
One reason why I hadn't called 21's name, we got no pronunciations from Blue Mountain. I think it's Vuda Jovanic. I think.
Yeah, Alexa, that's what we'll call him.
Nice pass over to Hunter Skurlock. He wants to drive. He's cut off. Good defense. They help and recover. Musselwhite, he's got an alley. He takes it all the way. Nice finger roll layup.
Finesse on that. I thought he was about to punch it, but he jumped early. He wasn't going to try to punch that. Nice layup.
Musselwhite has 10 on the night.
24-point lead.
Back, nice lead, 17-30 mark.
Help.
Now there's the good double down. They have to kick it out. We rotate and cover. Off balance shot, air ball, and I think Hunter Skurlock nicely.
He almost touched it.
Yeah. Luka Tejcik kind of trying to sell it. course, again, sometimes our American players do it, but sometimes when you come out of Europe, and I had a chance to observe European leagues on a State Department trip to Russia one time, and they have interesting ways of trying to sell things.
John Moore puts it on the floor, gets his line, and one.
And
blow the whistle, ref. It's like,
sometimes you just don't get that call. College basketball is much more physical than high school basketball. You don't get it sometimes in high school, but nice layup then, 61-35.
Taylor Hodges and I made eye contact after that. That's our guy,
Yeah.
John Moore. That's our guy. He's got 13 to lead the Lions in scoring.
Okay. Okay, just King's first, but it's the team's fourth foul, and that's not good.
Yeah.
Heading towards the bonus too quick.
Oh, my God.
A lot of bump and run in there in the inside. We just got overpowered by Budajevanovic, if that's right. Here is King.
Right back at you. They want to throw that shoulder in the chest. We can throw that shoulder in the chest.
Wanye King, the senior, what a job on that.
Oh.
And we get a foul. We've got to cut them off to the right. They seem very hard driving to their right.
Yeah.
And maybe force them left a little. Hunter Spurlock, he's played well. That's just his first team foul, or his first, team's fifth. So they're starting to mount up a little bit. It's a two-shot foul. First one, shot it, got it.
Substitution for Freed-Hardeman, number 2, Jeremiah Alexander.
And Jeremiah Alexander back into the ball game. My DAC stats were flashing on me a minute ago. It's been interesting. That's the reason we have. I'm going to bring my scorebook as a backup the next time.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good scorekeepers. 2 free throws, and that's Brandon Williams again. That is a busy young man for them. He has 12 points on the night. He's their leading scorer. A little outside weave action, feeding in to the post area. Spin. Alexander's shot comes off the back. Moore wisely backs off.
Wisely, yeah.
Yes. Here's the Toppers on the attack. 3-point shot up off the iron. Nice block out, but flipped it away, and they get it. And here's the young man that I'm having trouble with his name. Next time I'm going to get a pronunciation guide from Blue Mountain.
That's a block. That's
a block.
I was like,
and
don't
people
do it.
don't understand why.
That is a block. His feet were moving.
It's actually an easy call. Now, there is one time that you can get a charge if you run over a moving defender. But see, our man was moving sideways.
Exactly.
If you go straight ahead and he's moving, it is a charge.
He didn't react to the move fast enough. That's why.
Hey, you're absolutely right. Now the towels are out. And good job getting that fork. It's very important for these athletes. 1-4 across the baseline. Let's see if we get a lob going or a pick play in reversal. Step out, round the horn. There's the pick. We couldn't get King the shot, but he's going to drive. He got his shot blocked. Budanovic gives it off, driving to the hole and blocked. And, you know, Cortland Martin's not the biggest guy in the world, but he got up quick and timed it right.
You underestimate his athleticism, I'll tell you. His jumping ability, his reaction time, and, of course, speed.
And Budanovic is a little bigger than he is, so – boy, a little tiptoe on the tulips on the sideline there. Got a low post they're wanting to feed. 4 out, 1 under. We're leaning in to help a little bit. And you know what? Because of the way we positioned him, you have to curl that ball to make it come back. And he threw a straight pass that just shot out of bounds.
That's another forced turnover for John Musselwhite. That's not going to go in the stat book, but you gotta see that pressure he's pushing up, getting the Alexa, I'm gonna just call him Alexa.
Well, I got the stats here. 12 turnovers for Blue Mountain.
Jump ball.
They'll call travel on that one.
Yeah, but Musselwhite, that's a forced turnover right there against Alexa, as he forced him where he was uncomfortable. So that was a high pass, and Alexa couldn't react fast enough to retrieve that ball, and it was nobody touched it after the pass, so it was free ball.
6 turnovers now for us. And while I've got a screen, I want to give everybody, and sorry about the stats.
Yes, sir.
Good block. Kicked out. Start the fast break. 2-on-1. Give it off. King shot got blocked. Now we're running the other way, and that's Brandon Williams with the basketball. He's the most dangerous man on the floor for them. Here's Tedjic. His shot, 3-pointer good. The kid's got a nice touch even as a big man.
Yeah, that looked good.
63-42. You can see that on our scoreboard. Now, let's see what we got. Coach Mayer called a timeout.
30-second timeout taken by Freed-Hardeman.
30-second timeout. Freed-Hardeman takes a 30. We're going to take a 30 on the Freed-Hardeman Basketball Network. Back at Smith Kirk Court, Freed-Hardeman leading 63-42. Coach Joe Holloway, Jeremy Wright, and of course Worthy Road Studios bringing you these games along with Freed-Hardeman. Appreciate Mike McCutcheon and both basketball coaches. Freed trying to pick up their first win. And here goes Wanye King. Stops, pops a little short, rebound. It comes down to Budanovic.
Actually, yeah, the struggle right now is on offense for Freed. That's kind of surprising to say the way we played the first half, but the defense has still been fine. I mean, you're going to give up points. The other team is going to score some, but we've had a few block shots, some not going as strong as we possibly should for finishes, and missed shots.
3-point shot, no good. Tipped out of bounds, and I don't think the young men from Blue Mountain quite understand that if you are the impetus on pushing the ball out of somebody's hands, it's off of you.
Yeah.
Coach over there doing a good job for them, but he's kind of asking a little bit too. Oh, here he comes, wide open three. Yeah, you know who buried it. Yes, sir. Muscle White with the score.
What's the saying? It's like a layup when you leave him that wide open. A warm-up shot. A good shot by John Musselwhite right there.
He is a solid senior, and there's about 3 steps left and short.
I was like, where he's I mean.
You be the judge. You can see it, too, on TV. You can replay these games.
Yeah,
they're going to be archived also. Driving,
that's another try. He switched pivot feet. There we go.
Yeah, that's what you and I were talking about a while ago.
It was late call. He switched pivot feet.
Well, he's pretty slick doing it now.
Exactly. That's what the ref had to think about it. I was like, yeah, he switched pivots.
I mean, I hate to see anybody go to the bench, but my play-by-play job just became a little easier. The name, Jada Novovic. There we go. Anyway, here we come. Nice pass. Oh, I thought we had something going.
Yep. John Musselwhite was about to go steal the second defender who was responsible for the help, but he got held. That's a football play right there. Throw the flag.
Foul is on Brandon Williams, the junior guard. Team's third foul, his first. There's the 1-4 setup. They get it to John Moore. He's looking, rings it out front, and we'll set it up and go after it again with 15 on the shot clock. To Moore, 10 on the shot clock. Muscle White gives it off. Cortland Martin up just off the front of the iron.
Believe it or not, Cortland has yet to score yet. Wow. That just shows how many threats we have on offense. Cortland is a 20-point per game guy normally in the past, but today, here we go. He's about to be there. We go.
He's going to scale. He's going to flush this one. Oh, me.
He tried to dunk.
Didn't quite get it, and we've missed 2 shots. Cortland got it back. Got the short, too. And look at him grin.
We're going to laugh about that one because we got it back and scored. But
yeah, and everybody on the bench is pulling for him.
I'm going to get on him about that.
Now, we have one young man dressed out. Jeremy, who's the young man that's not dressed out that will be playing later in the season?
Luka Filipovic. He's also from Serbia. He's going to be a big piece of this line's offense and defense once he returns. He's still recovering from an ACL injury last year, but he started practice non-contact drills, so he'll definitely be back. We're aiming for first week of December when we get to the bulk of our conference play. Also, the Mid-South, we'll tell you more about that later. It's going to be a gauntlet. But anyway, he'll be back and he'll be a big presence. He's 7 foot even, I believe, with the ability to step out and hit a 3, and of course the big man inside skills as well. Jeremiah,
Mix,
he's gonna take
miss that one. We drive the court, and getting the shot is Jeremiah Alexander, and I have that as his 10th point. I believe Wanye King now has 12 points.
His speed and his just change of direction is key. He just went through a maze on that one, just a little bit zigzag. And Blue Mountain, they're out of sorts. Then Brandon Williams just looks, he's had enough.
I think our depth and our substitution has hurt them. They're out of oxygen again, Jeremy.
And the lead is back to 30. I didn't even, that was quick. Last time out it was 21, but now it's back to 30.
Well, you think about it, King and Alexander had the steals.
Yeah.
And again, while we've got this, because of the screen today, and we're going to have two computers here. Jeremy's going to have one. I'm going to have one the next home broadcast, but the stack stats have kind of been flashing a little bit. But right now, we've got Martin with 2, King with 12. I've got Jeremiah Alexander with 8 is what they still have in. These are the DAC stats. Hunter Scarlock, 4. And let's see, Dawson Bailey has 5, 2 for Clark. John Moore, 13. John Musselwhite, the leading scorer at 15 right now, 7 for Agbada. Now, for Blue Mountain, you've got Young with 6, Brandon Williams, 13. 11 for Luka Tijic, 5 for Powers, 2 for Barnes, and 2 for Vujanovic, and 3 for Maces. And that's what the scoring looks like so far. We now have 6 turnovers, but guess what? We've got 14 assists, Jeremy.
Oh, yes, that's definitely good play. I want to send a shout-out.
Look at that. There is a Lion fan right there.
Yeah, Deacon and Roman Stutz, Coach Stutz' sons. I want to send out to Coach Stutz, a shout-out to Coach Stutz' brother-in-law, Cody Thomas. He just sent me a message. I see it. There was a foreign call to me and Mr. Joe in the first half after a bucket, and it was a flopping warning. It had to be against Tejic because he's been acting for a movie on this one. Shout-out to Cody Thomas, though. I see it. Thank you for that. That was a flopping warning.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can get a technical foul for faking a charge or flopping.
I think that was the warning.
Now, a lot of officials correct it by just calling a block when they do that.
Yeah, okay.
The worst thing an official can do is just to let it go, because then nobody's happy. And we've got a media timeout. And with that media timeout on Freed-Hardeman basketball, we're going to take a 30-second timeout.
Hello everyone, Gary Sinise here. I can't wait to see you at the Freed-Hardeman Benefit Dinner in December. I hope you'll consider getting tickets or a sponsorship. Every dollar you give will provide scholarships for students at FHU. Help change a life. We're going to have a great time and raise funds for these students. So I'll see you in December, and go Lions.
And as we come back, the lovely Freed-Hardeman cheerleaders. And Jeremy, is there a story behind them wearing the basketball? I've seen it done before, but I haven't seen it in a couple of years.
Well, we have all the jerseys throughout Freed-Hardeman history still in our locker room, so we put them to use. The girls were excited to wear some basketball jerseys as a part of their uniform. So, they look good.
I think it's a great idea. They're very supportive, very active. And one day at halftime, I'll give you the task of introducing all of them. How about that? Would you like to do that?
They love that. They are definitely nice girls, and they would love that. And they seem to be liking being on camera, too.
Now, is it a secret who is in the line outfit? It's not a secret.
No.
First free throw up. He shot it and got it. Let me take care of that. And that's Xvian Young, senior guard for them. He hit his first one. Let's see what Young's got going. He's now 1 for 1 from the free throw line. Make that 2 for 2. Young has 8 points on the night. Here comes a 2-2-1 press. They used a 2-1-2 in the first half.
They caught us a little bit off guard, looks like. We got to get her across. Dawson's going to get her across. Yep. Good ball movement by Silas and Dawson on the hop right there. You forget when a team presses when they don't do it consistently. Oh, my gosh, yes,
nice
Dawson.
Action, driving, and it has to be a foul. And I'm going to tell you what, taking it to the hole is our man, Dawson Bailey.
Yes, redshirt freshman Dawson Bailey. He's made his presence known. He knocked down a big one. He's the team favorite. He's the energy bunny of the team. He's got all the energy, the goofy one off the court. it's good to see him out here making an impact in this game.
First shot off, so he's 0 for 1 from the free throw line. Bailey has 5 points. He's 2 for 4 from the field and 1 for 3 from the three-point area. Shot it, got it. 73-44. 10 minutes, 38 seconds and counting in this contest. Here's the dangerous outside man, Brandon Williams. Our defense on him has been very good in the second half.
We're going to need some help. Good help, though. He still got there.
And then about time I say that, he drives to the hole with a finger
that's a
roll.
delay of game. He held the ball and yelled at the ref. Whatever. We're up by 27.
Finger roll layup. Here's the press. They match up to try to take our middle man away. It's almost matching up and going man after they show 2-2-1.
Silas.
Nice drive coming up.
Yeah.
And it should be a blocking. He was able, he being Silas Clark, to.
That's the one. That was important. That was up in the air for me. It could have gone either way with that one.
Yeah. That's their 5th team foul. And Vujovic back in there. And I got it right that time for his 3rd foul.
I tried to listen to Coach Esther say it. Come on. Oh, yeah,
inside, Agabata got it. Nice hook. Nice little jump hook.
Flex those muscles, 2-4.
And we'll check his point total in just a minute. Of all times it is doing its thing and moved again on me.
Blue Mountain has it. Williams with it.
I've got Agabata with 7 on my count, which is very unofficial.
Oh, he's a shooter. Yeah.
Nice 3-point shot up.
That's a hold.
Rebound, yeah. He tried to hold his arm there. The old Beatles song, I want to hold your hand, but Hunter Skurlock into it. Hunter wants to go. Nice scoop layup, just missing.
Get in there, friend.
Agabata hustling. He tipped it, ran and picked it up. Nice layup. Oh, he changed his mind of what he wanted to do. A little hard off the glass. Effort was there. 75-46, 9-18. And the Toppers with Williams looking for a high screen. Now he's going to get 2 but doesn't use them. Goes to the hole. Kick out for 3. We rotate on defense. Rebound comes down to Silas Clark, and we're off and running. That one not pinned on there, but from an angle it looked like it was pinned on the glass.
Great timing.
That was Logan Bond's shot. Now let's see what happens. They go into the post. We've got him pushed out. They drive, had a step on us to the right. We block it.
The rest are letting them play, I'll tell you that.
Logan Bond, it's gotten a little physical. To Hunter Skurlock all the way.
I was about to say that one. Don't let that one slide. That's near intentional. He pushed him from behind. Nearly, the rest were letting them play. It could have been fouls on both sides, in my opinion. But I was like, you got to call that one.
Oh, I love it. Now, I thought the referee was going to come up here and get us because my man Jeremy called
and he was defenseless.
But the bad thing is, folks, we see it sometimes before they can. This one rolls off. Hunter wanted that old-fashioned 3-point play. I do the same thing, Jeremy. But
Hunter was posing for the camera on that one. That was a wide-open layup, and he gets hit from behind.
Yeah, that guy, and you can hurt somebody. Thank goodness that was just a little.
Coach does. He's always going to shake his head. He's never satisfied. That's a good thing about him.
Spurlock's 2nd foul is Freed-Hardeman's 7th team foul. 8:36 to go in this contest with a commanding lead of 77-46. And I want to remind everybody the Freed-Hardeman University Athletic Department would like to congratulate Jim Carter, Haley Newby McRady on being inducted to the Freed-Hardeman Sports Hall of Fame. And, of course, Jim Carter is the son of Ronnie Carter, a former executive director. But Jim was quite a baseball player when he was here. And, of course, Ronnie, we won't mention, Ronnie went to a rival university, his dad. But it was a good Christian university. But Jim coached at Jackson Christian. He's now back coaching up in Middle Tennessee, doing a great job. He's taken teams to the state tournament. A fine young man. I have known him since birth. Now, Haley Newby McRady, I got to see her play some. Didn't get to do any of her games because when she came along, they were in the process of getting ready to move the tournament out of Jackson. And I didn't get to see it. I think she may have played some in Kentucky. First shot up and good by number 2. That is Young for them.
3.
Is that number 3?
Yeah,
that's Brandon Williams again. Whoa, my fault. Very good, Jeremy. That's the reason I got Jeremy. Shot it and got both of them. That's the reason we're going to bring you the best in basketball. Now, looks like a 1-3-1 zone very quickly. And let's see, we got to we're just going to take it and juice another three up there. Take that zone, Silas Clark.
You got to step, you got to guard it, Swiss Army knife.
That's right. That's why you don't play zones much anymore.
Yeah.
Here's the shot up by Williams
that.
off the iron. Corralled. Logan had it for a second, but picked up. Agabata got it.
Job, Fred.
Okay, guys, come back out.
Oh, yeah. Point guard. Get it.
Big man doesn't want to dribble. Here we go. 3 up off the back of the iron. Spurlock fights for the rebound, kicks it out.
Again, Silas. Yep.
Silas Clark up. Silas Clark down with the 3.
Swiss Army knife.
Everybody in the ballpark here or the gymnasium excited. Even the camera down on the floor got excited then.
Swiss Army knife.
Yep. Cutting edge. Here we go. 7:40 as you can see on the clock. Good pressure in the corner. They're going to fake baseline going to his left. He's off balance. We got to block those people out from outside coming down the hole. Silas Clark, nice scoop. He drew him to him. And you know what? Even though he got his shot blocked and was fouled, he got it up there. That's a strong young man.
You can see the confidence in Silas in that ball handling. He's feeling it. I'm gonna make fun of him a little bit later on, but he's feeling it.
This is a good opening for the Lions. And again, this game 7:26. It's not over, but it's looking better. And a nice shot. Shot it, got it. Hunter Skurlock.
36-point lead. 36-point lead.
He has 6 on the night. And we're going to have some new players coming in. Jeremy Alexander will have to sit out and wait. If he hits it, they'll make the exchange of players. Shot it, got it. Skurlock now with 7. Hit both of those 2 free throws. He's 4 for 5, I believe, from the free throw line. And again, the DAC stats are a little more cooperative this half. A little shake and bake, and that time we gave the baseline up. And that young man is pretty solid for them. He is Micah Powers, and he's a senior. I got to see him when I was at Mississippi. 3-pointer off, fighting for it.
Freshman.
John Moore with the rebound and the score.
He's got 15. He's a freshman in his debut. Good things to come for John Moore.
John Moore from Somerset, Kentucky, and they play some basketball at Somerset, Kentucky. Always have a great high school up there. 6:42 left, as you can see on the clock. Here's the drive. We've got to give a little help and cut that drive off. Let him get in too deep. They got the rebound. They being Cyrus Barnes. Here's the shot from outside. No good. Barnes follows, tips it in. Cyrus Barnes with the bucket for the Toppers.
Actually, we can cross 100. Let's go. 13 points in 6 minutes, just over 6 minutes.
King on the right wing. This looks like Cortland Martin. 3 up, 3 down. Cortland Martin showing that 1,000-point plus skill right there.
He hasn't had to show it much today.
And did you notice he went straight up? He didn't fall back any. Some of his shots, go back and watch the tape, he's leaning back just a little. Nice shot right there by Powers, and Powers is a good player for them too. He's warmed up. Here goes Martin to the hole. He got fouled. The block does not count because he got fouled.
And nice way to split the defense. He got really low on his dribble, and then his acceleration is key, his acceleration.
And that shows that Cortland Martin has a very cool head, because that attempt at a block had a message on it, Jeremy.
Yeah. Yep.
Just a short timeout. We're going to keep it here with the short. Well, let's see if they change. It is a media timeout. With the media timeout, we'll take a 30-second timeout on Freed-Hardeman basketball. Back at Brewer Sports Center, Coach Joe Holloway, Jeremy Wright, and our whole company from Worthy Road Studios I want to thank Mike McCutcheon, athletic director, for all his great work. And Taylor Hodges down there, not only does he do all the sports information stuff, he is the DAC stats man. Now, the connection up here is, I know what is wrong. I've got to put something on my computer to make the signal a little stronger to it. But we'll have all kinds of DAC stats for you the rest of the time. You got to see some of the great crowd, 90-55. Would you have thought this coming into this game, Jeremy?
I didn't see it coming. And, you know, we've had some good matchups with Blue Mountain in the past, but today we were just on from the start. That's what that focus Coach Dust was talking about in his pregame interview. This team is capable of a lot. We just have to make sure that we're ready to play when the ball tips every game. We're going to have to do that in the Mid-South.
Okay, Cortland Martin with his first one, a miss. Let's see the young man. He's usually deadly from right here. Second one, shot at nothing but string music right there, 91-55. I believe you're going to get your 100 points, Jeremy.
Yeah, 91. The last three Cortland hit, that was like, yeah, we're 91 to get 9 points. Oh.
Here we go. That's Powers. He's wheeled and dealed a little bit. Cortland working hard. One of his own teammates ran right in front of him, kind of helped us on defense.
Yep.
And now they foul Cortland Martin. That should be the 8th team foul on the Toppers. No, it's the 9th. I'm behind on my scorebook. 9 team fouls. And, 1-1 by Cortland Martin. According to the DAC stats, he is 0 for 1. That can't be correct because he's 1 for 2. We may have to refresh those. And he hit that one. It's nothing but string music on that. Let's see if I can refresh the DAC stats a little bit here. Second one, shot it, got that one. We'll have the substitution.
38-point lead. Riley McLaren's going to make his first substitution in his college debut. He's going to be a really good player. He's a sharpshooter. His time is definitely coming.
The DAC stats have him for 5. I've got him for 7 points.
Yeah, Cortland has 7.
Okay.
And the offensive foul.
And let's see, offensive foul.
Moving screen.
That gets them to the 10th foul, and that foul is on number 13 for them, Cyrus Barnes, the senior forward. Handling the basketball is Silas Clark for Freed. He's a junior.
Oh, and one thing that
little holding right there.
One thing that the NAIA just announced is all players this year will be able to retain their current eligibility for next season.
Absolutely. So every one of these young men, even the seniors, could come back if they feel it's to their advantage. You know, I might come back and work on my master's degree.
Yep, that's what something Coach Dutz has suggested, or something that he's marketing to his players.
Nice man-to-man defense. That time we denied on the wing cut. Tijic driving his shot off. Nice fight for the rebound. Tipped away, picked up by Silas Clark. He gets it over to Wanye King. King wanted to take it all the way, pulls it out, looking for a cutter. That's Clark. He handles it, puts one man in the popcorn machine, but Tijic was waiting for it.
That double help right there. Great fake by Silas and good cut. And great way to recover that pass, too. Floyd Williams checks in for the first time today. He's a redshirt freshman from Fayetteville, Tennessee, not too far from here.
And I see Dawson Bailey back out there, and, you know, he's given some good minutes today. Riley McLaren, Eagleville, back over in Middle Tennessee territory. And welcome all our audience from all over, and we will have now it'll be 11 more after this one, both men and women's games. A little shake and bake, stripped of the basketball, and now 1-on-4 and tries to run it out, and that's not good odds. We fight for the basketball, and that was Floyd Williams that had it. Looks like it was touched last by us being the Freed-Hardeman Lions. Jeremy and I will be with you all year, along with Paul Schultz in Worthy Road Studios, and also Gary Lockhart, Caleb Brewer, and Lawson Mann. Okay, 4 minutes almost left. Get a high screen and roll. Shake and bake. This looked like Powers trying to go to the hole, but it was not. It was a different player. We get the rebound. We're out. Silas Clark runs. Altered things just a little bit. Came up short. Now the Toppers running. Everybody talking on defense. Left-handed three-pointer up, left-handed three-pointer down by Micah Powers. 93-58, 3:42 to go.
The Lions have a big schedule coming up. Next weekend, they'll be in the Christian College Classic at Faulkner University. They'll play on Thursday against Crowley's Ridge, who lost to this Blue Mountain team here, and then on Thursday. And then on Saturday, we'll go against Florida College. This is going to be at Faulkner University. Faulkner won't be in it anymore. I think they have a case of COVID over there. So
wow.
I hope all's well with them. We were originally scheduled to play Faulkner, but not anymore.
Okay, there you got it there. Just had a big three-pointer. We're 4 points away from the 100. Fans love to see the 100. The other team doesn't like to see 100. But you have to play. You got a shot clock in NAIA, NCAA. A little bit longer than the NBA's, but not much longer. The ball moved around. That's Barnes that just had it, and they'll bring it back out and set the play with Kerry Pratt. Pratt's a strong young man. I think he used to play football, too, in high school. Saw him a few times in Mississippi. Driving, fall away, step back, jumper, rebounded by Silas Clark. Silas, long pass into the forecourt. Into Dawson Bailey. Bailey wants to go up left-handed, gets his shot blocked.
He had the opening. I think he waited a little bit too long.
Could have.
But good move, though. Still good move.
Around the horn, some subs in for them. We'll pick them up. That's 24, Xavier Neal. Long shot, no good. Rebound, Riley McLaren.
Yep, that's a shot.
Riley's it was in the hole, but it wanted to rattle and it came out. 2-10.
Come on, get 4 points in 2-10.
Got to do this for Jeremy now, guys. Nice defense, and John Moore's doing the right thing. Don't chase the man outside the arc. Of course, he'd like to switch and get back. Now he gets to switch back to the post player. Three-pointer up. And I see one of the post players for the Toppers a little disappointed because he was trying to work, get open, and shoot too many threes. You post players quit playing hard. 3-point. And what will happen for the last minute 30 is pretty well going to be a three-point shot or drive and try to get a three-pointer on the layups and stuff. This will just be a two-shot foul, and going to the line will be Kerry Pratt.
Garrett Lazard is going to check in for Freed-Hardeman, his first appearance today.
Number 44, Yerrick Lazard. Did I get it right?
You did.
Yerrick Lazard. Yerrick Lazard is a well-put-together young man to rebound, and he's 6'9", comes out of Baton Rouge.
Yes, Baton Rouge.
And the first shot it, got it. See what the DAT stacks have for Pratt. Well, they have not caught up. They have not refreshed. But he shot and got two, making it 96-60, minute 33. I don't think you have to worry about any shot clock violations. Silas Clark up and down just like that, 3 points.
He's in double figures, I'm sure. You're going to have to check me on that. How many is 11?
I'm going to check and see if it's got anything. It had him at 8, but I think he's got double digits.
Yeah, he's definitely got double digits. 1 point away. Come on. Yep. Turnover.
99-60. You're right. Minute 8.
I'll tell you what. Again, we said this before. I did not see a 39-point blowout coming.
I didn't see that either. Thought it would be a much closer game. They have a game under their belt. Our young men have played hard.
In the scouting report, of course, you got to give credit to the other team and respect the other team. But Coach Dutz made it seem like it was
3 up, 3 down. Logan Bonds, the sophomore from Alabama.
Yeah, Coach Dutz made it. He prepared as if this was going to be, a game that would come down to a few possessions. 42-point lead. How about that?
Big lead, 43 seconds. You can see on your clock it goes down low. They kick it back out. This is Pratt. His shot no good. And I'm going to tell you what, in the last few minutes, Silas Clark's had a bunch of rebounds. They're trying to get the big man some points. He goes to the hole, leaves it short, but I believe he got fouled going up.
Nice hesitation. He sent his defender the wrong or the opposite direction of where he went. But you're trying to get in the scorebook. There we go.
First shot it, got it, and he gets into the scorebook. That is Yerrick Lazard. Second one, shot it, got it too.
Coach Stutz is going to clear the bench with Jackson Bennett, Ryan Dennis, and Avery Thrasher 30 seconds away from being 1-0. First time the Lions will be 1-0 since the 2016-17 season.
Absolutely, a good start to this season on Hall of Fame Day, where Jim Carter, who played baseball here, was a great player, and Haley Newby McRady. And nice shot from the outside by Marquise White, or Marcus White.
Still no, RD for,
Three up, no good, but rebound by the big man, Lazard. Driving, trying to get to the hole is Avery Thrasher. They steal from him. Layup at the buzzer.
Wow.
Final score.
40 on the dot, 104-64.
104-64. Freed-Hardeman goes to 1-0. The Blue Mountain goes to 1-1 on this young season. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a 1 minute timeout, and come back and talk about this game, and hopefully we can catch Coach and get an interview out of him. We'll be back after this.
Hello everyone, Gary Sinise here. I can't wait to see you at the Freed-Hardeman Benefit Dinner in December. I hope you'll consider getting tickets or a sponsorship. Every dollar you give will provide scholarships for students at FHU. Help change a life. We're going to have a great time and raise funds for these students. So I'll see you in December, and go Lions.
And we're back here at the Brewer Sports Center, where your Lions of Freed-Hardeman University give an impressive season debut, winning against Blue Mountain College today by 40 points, 104-64, to improve to 1-0 on the season and become 1-0 for the first time since 2016-17 season. We just received the post-game stats, and the Lions, overall, we're going to start with the team stats. After shooting 53% in the first half, we shot 41% in the second. That give us 47% from the game. We'll take that if you're Coach Stutz. And again, from three-point range, again 4 for 15 in the first half is going to be a little bit uncharacteristic for us this season. Okay, and we're going to go down to the floor to talk with Coach Stutz and Mr. Joe for the post-game interview.
And we are here with the winning coach, and I don't know who's happier. I think I am. No, I'm teasing. Coach Drew Stutz, great effort for the first time out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, came out, played with good intensity, which is expected in the first game, but really pleased with our effort and togetherness. Thought we really shared the ball well together tonight, too.
John Moore, freshman, big night, Muscle White. Your guards, we had more assists. Obviously, the assist-turnover ratio was good. When I left, I haven't seen the final DAC stats, but your thoughts on the play of the game?
Yeah, no, John Moore's a freshman, came in, played really well tonight. Big physical post, who's got a really high ceiling. Like I said before, just did a great job sharing the ball. This is a fun team to watch because they're unselfish. And I think that's what gives us a chance to be great this year.
Coach, I got a text during the broadcast, and they wanted to know, are we going to run either 4 or 5 in and out like that? Because it looks like you got a deep bench.
No, we do. I mean, there's some guys on the bench that did not get PT that I feel like will be playing for a lot of teams right now, and that's just part of being part of a great program. We got some guys that are really good players that aren't getting a chance, but tonight I think we went 10 deep throughout the course of the game, and then late got some guys in. But, that's one exciting thing about this team is we got a lot of guys that can play, and we got a bright future with guys that are developing on the bench.
Probably in first half didn't shoot the ball as well as you want to. I think we were 26% from the three-point line. And let's both be honest, the three-point shot is here to stay. Second half, I think you shot it much better.
Yeah, again, I haven't seen the stats. I think we were only 4 for 15 the first half. And, even at that point, we had scored 54 points. So, the shooting will be there. We're going to be a team that is lethal from the three-point line at a lot of positions. So no concerns there. And like you said, we're just going to keep shooting.
Rebounding is good. Well, if you miss them, you can still we had great rebounding tonight. I think most of White controlled the board first half. Everybody got busy. John Moore got busy in the second half. And we had good point guard play, too.
We did. No, point guards took care of the ball. Forwards really did a great job attacking the glass. Played physical, especially like we said earlier. John Moore, freshman, got in here, mixed it up a little bit. Him and Francis Agbada both played extremely well.
Coach, anything you want to say to those great Freed-Hardeman fans, and what a turnout today, even with the COVID?
We did. No, we had a great fan section here tonight. It was a loud gym, and the thing about us, I feel like we're a fun team to watch play. So, if you didn't make it tonight, we'd love to have you at the next ball game because this is going to be a fun team to keep up with this year.
Amen. Congratulations, 1-0. Let's keep it going.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.
And we're back. Good interview, good words from Coach Stutz after the opening game victory for the Lions. Some statistics for you. The Lions were tied in scoring, led in scoring with the tie. John Musselwhite with 15, along with John Moore, the two Johns, today get the job done, leading the Lions in scoring with 15 points apiece. Silas Clark entered double figures with 11. Wanye King had 14 in his Freed-Hardeman University debut. Jeremiah Alexander also in his Freed-Hardeman University basketball debut had 10 points to round out the double-figure scoring. Also, Cortland Martin had 8 points. Francis Agbada had 9 points. And just an overall balance and good performance from the Freed-Hardeman Lions basketball team. Expect to see that. Again, you saw us early in the game go 9 deep. So we use a lot of our bench. We have a lot of talent at this well-rounded roster set up by Coach Stutz and Coach Jake Mitchell and Grant Burns. Again, the Lions will be back in action this Thursday. As of now, that's the way it's scheduled. We will be facing Crowley's Ridge College on Thursday at Faulkner University. That's the Christian College Classic. So we'll be playing Crowley's Ridge on Thursday, and I believe we'll be playing again on Saturday against Florida College this next week. So that'll be another good stepping stone for this Freed-Hardeman basketball team as we get started in this young season. Mr. Joe.
I should turn my mic on. Those steps are something else. Engineer Coach was ecstatic, and I'm an old coach, and I knew he wanted to get back there. And I'm glad you went over the schedule. Remind everybody we'll have men's and women's action.
Yeah, that's for the boys and girls also. The ladies, the Lady Lions, I forgot to mention that they will also be in the Christian College Classic. As of now, the way it's scheduled, they'll be playing Faulkner. And then they'll be playing Faulkner on Friday and Florida College on Saturday at Faulkner University also. So both teams will be going down to Faulkner University for 2 games.
And you and I will be back together on Thursday the 19th against Lindsey Wilson at 7 p.m. in the men's game, I believe 5 p.m., or are they moving the women's game up just a little earlier than 5? I don't have their schedule in front of me.
Yeah.
Like I did from last night. I was here to watch a little bit, but we'll get you those times. We're going to stream and have every home game. 11 more doubleheaders to go. Baseball, Worthy Road Studios. And Jeremy's going to be here with me. He is so great on color, and he's got the enthusiasm. I'm the old man in the team, and he's got the enthusiasm and the speed and stuff. But together we're going to bring we apologize. The DAC stats didn't want to work right tonight. We're going to bring 2 computers next week. He's going to have one. I'm going to have one on the 17th, and then I'm going to prepare my phone to accept DAC stats. And I want to thank our crew, and we'll come back and close out in a minute. But, again, the camera operators tonight, Gary Lockhart, Caleb Brewer, and, of course, Lawson Mann. The man to Jeremy and I's right Paul Schultze. He's the trigger man. That's the way. Get Paul's picture in there. Folks, y'all don't, he's like a maestro playing a great song on a piano or something like that. He controls is all you see and stuff, and we are very proud to be part of Freed-Hardeman Athletics and Freed-Hardeman University. We're going to take the last 1 minute timeout, and when we come back, Jeremy and I will wrap this game up, tell you about a few other things. But you're listening to Freed-Hardeman Basketball, brought to you by Worthy Road Studios.
Hello everyone, Gary Sinise here. I can't wait to see you at the Freed-Hardeman Benefit Dinner in December. I hope you'll consider getting tickets or a sponsorship. Every dollar you give will provide scholarships for students at FHU. Help change a life. We're going to have a great time and raise funds for these students. So I'll see you in December, and go Lions.
Back at Smith Kirk Court, Brewer Sports Center on the campus of Freed-Hardeman. The scoreboard says it all, 104-64. A great time for all, a great effort. I'm Coach Joe Holloway. Jeremy Wright next to me. We told you who all the crew was. Jeremy, your final thoughts on today?
For our first opening game performance, you couldn't ask for much better. This is a game they prepared for well. They put a lot into knowing their opponent's strengths and weaknesses, and that showed today. And coming off right from the tip-off, and just getting on top of it and never letting up. You know, so the Blue Mountain had one little spurt in the early in the first half when they cut it to 6. But after the Lions got it back to double digits, it expanded and expanded and expanded. And that's how you win ball games.
Would you say it might be like a boxing match where you take the other guy's best punch, withstand it, and then you come back and apply the knockout at 104-64? Of course, we've told you about the next time that we will be here. There will also be baseball and softball. And remind you that there's still time to get to Ayers Auditorium night, 7 p.m., Freed-Hardeman University Athletic Department is inducting Jim Carter, former baseball player here, a great one, and a great baseball coach on the high school scene right now, and Haley Newby McRady on being inducted into their Sports Hall of Fame. We want to thank Taylor Hodges. What a great job, and he does so many things. But Mike McCutcheon, one of the kindest, nicest athletic directors I've ever dealt with, and you know, it's just a great atmosphere here. If you haven't been to a game at Freed-Hardeman, you need to come and be part of one. Spread the word. We will be here for all doubleheaders, and you can get it, and they can see it anywhere in the world, not just in this local area, not just on computers in the United States. Matter of fact, it won't be this one, but I have a friend that listened to me on radio from Kuala Lumpur that will eventually watch our Freed-Hardeman games. And I want to give a shout-out to all those people. There are a couple of people that informed me late. We're being watched as far away as Gatlinburg, Tennessee right now. And we want to say to all of you, please stay with us. Each broadcast you'll see some new stuff. We got some things like the DAC stats to smooth out. Final comment, Jeremy, then I'm going to wrap it up.
The goal of today was come in, win the game, and be 1-0, and that's exactly what they did in a statement, made a statement in impressive fashion. So, this game is check mark. Let's see what we can get better at this week leading up to Thursday. We got 2 big games. Let's try to get to 3-0 next week.
Absolutely. And we want to thank our camera crew again, also all you listeners. We want to say thanks to the administration, the athletic director, sports information, and for Coach Stutz, and also for his fine team. We want to say thanks for your time this time. Till next time, good day, all.